All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 10 minutes after the hour, y'all. The front page news is being brought to you by America's Best. Don't overpay for eyewear. Visit America's Best and get 2 pairs and a free exam for just $69.95. It's not just a better deal. It's America's Best. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. At least 3 people are dead and 50 others injured. So sad. After an Amtrak train headed for Seattle derailed in Montana. There were 141 passengers on board, and federal agents are looking for the cause. Meanwhile, the House Budget Committee voted to move the $3.5 trillion spending bill and send it to the House floor today. A vote is set for Thursday, so we'll see how that turns out. Now, in COVID news, states are starting to roll out coronavirus booster shots for older people and those Americans that are at risk. Now, within a couple of days, Pfizer will submit its data to the FDA on vaccines for children ages 5 through 10. Meanwhile, a new study shows that the COVID-19 pandemic cut life expectancy in the year of 2020 by the largest amount since World War II. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more news, go ahead and log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
Let's all recap a little football from over the weekend. We're going to touch on a couple NFL games and college football games. Starting with last night, Green Bay beating San Francisco. I got 2 names for you, Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. That's all you need, man. 37 seconds, game-winning drive once again, man. They beat San Francisco. Raven Nation, they still hype. Kicker Justin Tucker, record-setting 66-yard field goal to beat the Detroit Lions, man. And Chicago Bears fans, you got what you wanted, man. Quarterback Justin Fields got his first start. It wasn't pretty, man. He was sacked 9 times, only threw for 68 yards.
What, do they have an offensive line?
They don't have no offensive line. That's why he got sacked 9 times. But people are saying, well, that's why they should have Fields in there starting because he's elusive. He can avoid some of them sacks, huh? You in the NFL. This ain't college football no more. The Browns embarrassed. They embarrassed the Bears yesterday, man. So, look. I get why they had Andy Dalton in there to start. Andy got hurt, so now they was forced to put Fields in there a little bit earlier than when they wanted to. And you see what happened. Will this continue to happen? Only time will tell. It's only one game, so let's not panic yet. Who would have thought the Kansas City Chiefs would be 1-2 after 3 weeks? They got beat by the Rams yesterday, who I got the Rams actually in the Super Bowl this year.
Right.
It is what it is. Let's talk college football, man. Arkansas for real?
Yes, sir.
Told you Arkansas may upset Texas
A&M damn near at home.
Come on, man. They should have scored more points. Texas, they demolished Texas Tech. They got TCU and Oklahoma next. So they're going to get tested against TCU, and they're going to get Texas against Oklahoma. So we're going to see if that's real for them. And Clemson, they lost again, man. NC State.
Good. Dabo Swinney with his racist self. I don't like Dabo.
Clemson got beat by NC State, man.
In double overtime.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they will not be going to the playoffs now with 2.
This is a rebuilding year for them. That's what I got right now for sports. Gary, what's up there, pimpin'?
All right, y'all. R. Kelly, honey, it's a sad day for R. Kelly. We need to keep him in prayer. It's being reported, y'all, that R. Kelly is so deep in the red, y'all. They're saying that a lot of people are claiming to be richer than him. They say, honey, if you believe a site estimate of his net worth, they're saying R. Kelly is very poor. Now, according to the Celebrity Network, they're saying R. Kelly's worth is a negative $2 million, y'all. And they're saying sometimes the internet appears to have just caught on to the, how poor he was a few days ago. Now they're saying R. Kelly is an American singer, songwriter, actor, and record producer. R. Kelly's net worth is negative $2 million. And at his peak, they're saying Kelly's net worth was easily in the terms of millions of dollars, perhaps as high as $100 million. And in April 2020, they're saying, that Kelly revealed to a judge in making a case for being released from prison that he owes nearly $1.9 million to the IRS giant. People are all on social media saying, oh, we are richer than R. Kelly, and saying how much more money they have than R. Kelly. And it's just a sad thing. $100 million to a negative 2. What'd you do with that kind of money? I mean, how do you spend that much money, I wonder, but...
Them damn lawyers will eat that budget up so fast, baby.
Really?
For real?
When you got high-powered lawyers, some of them want $200,000 for, what you call it when you first hired
retainer.
A retainer, yeah. And then they charge you per phone call, per letter they sent, per time they spent.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and if you got 10 lawyers, like I think you got a lot of lawyers.
Yeah.
That budget can get
You
going
get all
quick.
the lawyers and still end up in jail.
That's what I was about to say. Exactly.
Because you did it.
Sometimes they can help, sometimes they can't. It's always just a risk and a chance, but you try to get the best ones. But if they can't prove it, they can't prove it.
Bless his spirit. We got.
That's a lot of money.
Well, maybe they should do a GoFundMe for R. Kelly, and hopefully he could,
I don't know if nobody would.
That ain't gonna work.
Yeah, no.
That's a big number to get to.
Yeah.
Then he spent all the money trafficking chicks all over the country. I'm sorry.
Spirit flight add up.
Tell the truth, shame the devil, Ricky.
I wonder how much our ex-co-workers got. But anyway, the color today, honey, is one of our favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is leprechaun. On the high end, you say leprechaun, and on the low end, you say beautiful green. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Kelly Price has broken her silence, and I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, it's the Richard Smiley Morning Show. The segment's been embodied by Bank of America. Customized cash rewards credit card. You can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding. Copyright 2021, Bank of America Corporation. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So, Rick, how was your shows this weekend?
On the Martin Tour, Lit Tour, Orlando. Everybody, Star 94 represented. It was crazy, and D-Ray was funny as hell.
D-Ray.
And Adele Givens blew it up. It's crazy.
Yeah. Did she talk about the whale in the Tic Tac?
No.
All right, y'all, let's get up into this hot spot. So Kelly Price has broken her silence, revealing that she was never missing, but she is currently recovering from COVID-19. Now, on Friday, it was reported that the singer was listed as a missing person with the National Crime Information Center, but Price's lawyer, Monica Ewing, she later released a statement saying that the singer was alive and well, but recovering from COVID-19 at an undisclosed location. Now, back in July, she revealed that she had been battling COVID-19, and reports on Friday said that Price had checked out of the hospital in August and her family hadn't heard from her since. It was also reported that Kelly's husband was keeping her away from visiting her home. Then the family called the police to conduct a welfare check. Now, after Price's attorney released a statement, Price's sister said that she was still worried because she hadn't heard from Price since she was discharged from the hospital, and it's unlike her to go completely silent. Now, before I finish this story, I would just like to add, when Kelly released her statement on TMZ, Kelly and her sister have not talked within over a year because after her mom passed away, they became estranged. And Ricky, we all know when people pass away, I love what's how people do. It's just weird to now say you haven't heard from her, because you haven't heard from her in over a year because y'all don't talk, and you didn't even call to check on her.
Tell it all.
Man, listen, it is I just hate when people do this, and the sister's promoting some music, and it's just sad. It's just sad. The sister has nothing on her Instagram about her sister, Kelly Price, only about her music. If she was so concerned, in my opinion, I feel like it would have been, if somebody missing in my family, and I love them, and I do talk to them and stuff,
right?
I'm gonna use every platform I have to ask, hey, what's going on? Have y'all anything? I'm gonna call all over the place. But anyway, and whenever Kelly wants to talk about more of her personal business,
you got family members that do stuff like that. No, no wonder you go missing.
Yeah. And the reason she didn't,
She's talking about it on the local news.
Yeah, and the reason she was silent is because she had COVID. And then her husband ended up getting COVID. So people knocking on the door, ringing the bell all times of the night and bothering the neighbors and stuff. You kind of got to disappear and go heal yourself. She's dealing with a lot of issues and a lot of situations. So just let's keep her in our prayers, because she's still not out of the woods yet with this COVID stuff. She tested negative, but she had some, what do you call it? She says she has long COVID.
Yeah, sometimes COVID have long-term effects. And it ain't no joke.
Exactly. And also she flatlined at one point, and she was brought back to life. So it's just scary. So get vaccinated, stay prayed up, keep your mask on, y'all. This thing is no joke out here, and we'll let Kelly tell the rest of her story when Kelly's ready to tell the rest of her story. All right, y'all, moving on. Netflix has released the first teaser for Genius. This is Kanye's new documentary, a 3-act documentary of the global superstar Kanye West, and it follows him over a 20-year period. Now, it shows the behind-the-scenes footage of Kanye as he builds his way from singer to businessman and becomes a global brand. Now, the doc is also said to have looked at his failed 2020 presidential bid and the death of his mother, Donda West. The teaser features home video of Ye and Mos Def rapping their song, Two Words, from Kanye West's 2004 album, The College Dropout. And the same people that directed Jesus Walks is directing this, and they also directed the video for Through the Wire. So a premiere date for Genius has not yet been announced, but I can't wait to see it because he's had a very long, interesting life. He was married to Kim Kardashian. I don't know if she's gonna be in it, but just the whole thing, you know. And he has been promoting everything and keeping us all like, what's going on next with him. So I'm not mad at his marketing situation because he do some different things. So anyway, y'all, last but not least, in a recent interview, Birdman sat down and opened up about ending his issues with Lil Wayne. Not the bird sound. When asked if he could take one thing back in his career, he answered, my situation with Lil Wayne. The two had issues a few years back over unpaid royalties, but he said that hurt me more than anything. I thought I did right. I changed his life. I changed his mama's life. I was confused, but at the same time, that's one situation I wish never would have happened. And by the way, y'all, today is Lil Wayne's birthday, so happy birthday, Lil Wayne. He is 39 years old. On that note, y'all, we gonna wrap up the hot spot. He gonna wrap up the hot spot. Coming up next, we got Rock T's joke of the day. Will it be funny? Yay or nay?
Isn't it always?
No, Rock T, no. And y'all hit us up with them wake up calls at 8669-RICKY. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time. I apologize in advance. It is Monday, but we got Rock T's joke of the day. Joke of the day. Joke of the day. All right, y'all. Rock T's joke of the day being brought to you by. We have a sponsor, Special K.
Yeah. No.
Jacked up, man.
Did nobody buy no ads for that?
Nobody bought an ad for that. Nobody wanted their company affiliated with this.
It's cold-blooded, man.
We reached out to 183 companies and nobody bid.
You know,
they all passed.
They be cheaper than the 60-second commercial that nobody want to do now.
They was only $10.
God,
nah, we good.
Don't worry about it, Rock. Keep pushing. What you got for us this morning?
But y'all didn't know I used to play piano by hand.
No.
I just messed the joke up.
Now I play by ear. Is that what you were going to say?
No, the joke was I used to play the piano by ear.
Right.
And you'd be like, oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, now I play by hand.
Oh.
That still was funny, Brad. Brad wasn't it?
Yeah.
No.
T.
Come on, y'all.
Man, we should give you a chance to redeem yourself. You got one more because that.
Y'all try a second one.
All right.
You got to let. All right, here we go.
Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm a seafood diet.
Yeah.
I see food and I eat it.
That's all right. That's all right.
Do the first one. Go back to the first one.
Go back to the first one.
Don't do it today. Just do it next month. All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Lord.
Oh, God.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning, you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Ricky, allegedly, y'all, everybody's talking about this story, and it's very interesting. It's being reported, y'all, that Olympic track star Sha'Carri Richardson, y'all, they're saying she is planning a huge media blitz and coming out party. Now, they're saying, y'all, her team is hoping that with her public embrace of her LGBTQIA lifestyle, hopefully, y'all, that the media, y'all, can start looking at her in a more favorable way. Now, according to a person close to Sha'Carri, they're saying that the sprinter is living life as a stud, and they said a term used to describe a lesbian who exhibits traditionally masculine characteristics. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Shakira is very excited about it. They're saying that she's going to come out publicly. They're saying that the media has been bashing her left and right. So she's going to use this time, y'all, to get a very positive public spin. Now, they're saying in recent years...
after you win something.
Oh, come on, nah.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Go ahead and win one race.
Yeah, man.
Because you done lost the last 3 or 4, then do it.
Yeah, man. I mean, she still got the 6th fastest time ever, but you're right. They remember what you do last.
Win and then do it.
Yeah. Well, this person
what happened to Lil Nas X ain't finna happen for her.
Well, Ricky, and I'm sorry that you said it, because I was about to, that's my next story, y'all. You say do it as you win, and let's continue to pray, y'all, for Lil Nas X, y'all. They say, honey, he did so much shocking promotion for his new album, y'all, that he did not come in #1. They're saying, honey, Drake beat him, honey, in the album. They say, they don't know if he had the baby yet or not.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. He on the charts though, and he's still doing very well. You know, Drake been out for a minute. You know, Drake got a lot of fans and stuff. So, and he been promoting. People been waiting on Drake's album. So let's just congratulate and lift up both of them.
What you think the rappers be bullying him, Gary?
Yeah, they posted that, but they like. Let me tell you something, people. Realize, honey, just because, honey, homosexuality is now more acceptable, honey, but people still smile with you.
But they say homosexuality. You can say that no more.
You can't. Damn.
I don't know. It's just like you don't know what to say.
That's true.
Let's put it this way: alternative lifestyle is more acceptable. People smile with you, but honey, are they smiling with you or at you, honey? So,
wow.
But I think the rap game has embraced Lil Nas X, like for real.
They just didn't buy his albums like they did Drake. So, but that's good. You know, he's
okay. He got a lot of fans that do buy his album. He's doing very well, Gary.
Yeah, but they was pushing for #1, but Drake came in and won, and that's not a good look, honey.
That is a good look. That happens sometime, Gary. It don't mean it still ain't a good look for somebody.
Well, you don't think Lil Nas and Shakira should have got together and promoted together and they could have won?
No, Gary. No, that's only in your opinion.
Him and Shakira race.
That'd be a good race, boy.
Yeah.
I bet Lil Nas can get up down
out there with a cowboy hat on and some pink leather, and they have him out there racing Shakira, and she'll beat him.
Yes, Lord. So we're going to just keep our parties lifted in prayer. I don't know why this is happening, but we know it's going to all be good, y'all. And speaking of happening, y'all, while we praying, let's continue to pray. Brad, have you talked to Trina lately?
No, what happened, Lord?
She lost her job, baby. They say Trick Dad and Trina, honey, had one of the most popular radio programs in Miami, honey. But they're saying now that they're being fired. Y'all people calling them ratchet behavior, honey. They said, yeah, call.
What happened, Gary?
It was a good morning show. They, I think the whole company in its entirety did a whole budget cut.
Gotcha.
Okay.
No. Seriously, it was a real budget cut. I mean, Trick and Trina morning show was a good show, and it happens in radio because in radio, man, it be them CEOs when they start to sell radio stations and stuff, and they start cutting budgets and stuff.
It's business and politics.
Yeah, it is.
Why do you call it ratchet, Gary?
They said, because this is what the story says. Now, they said that they spoke with Radio Insider to explain. They say Trina is just a nasty person, and she is a horrible attitude, and Trick is a hood booger. So I'm just telling you what the story says. That's what they saying. The Insider claim that Trick and Trina's ratings dropped slightly this summer, and the radio station used it as
what are these day people doing with their lives? Don't do that.
I know. Because you know what we
They had a good show.
And they had a great show, but we just report the news, and they're saying the radio station used it as an excuse to fire the ghetto broadcasters. So that's all. I'm just telling you what they're saying.
Yeah, but if you listen to their morning show promos and stuff on 99 Jams, which I listen to all the time, I always, switch between hot and easy and EDR for sure. But EDR is a historical radio station. And I listen to Trick and Trina all the time when I would get off the air, and they had a good morning show. They did.
Yeah. And y'all ate at Trick Daddy's restaurant all the time, too.
Absolutely, them fried ribs or whatever. So, Trick be back there in the kitchen and continue to make music, make good videos at home, cooking. And I ain't got to get up that early in the morning because, it ain't for everybody now. Yeah. The radio job is not a job, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. You got to go to bed at 8. If you ain't in bed by 8:30 or whatever, you ain't going to be functioning on the air. So you have to have discipline. So if you party, drink, smoke up all night doing that stuff,
ain't going to work.
You can't do that when you're doing radio because you got to be. This show start at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But you know what, Rick? I think people don't understand that because we've been doing it for so long that it kind of looks like it's easy, but it's not common for morning shows to last as long, you know?
I start washing my face, brush my teeth, and get dressed at night, and I just get on out of the bed and just walk straight out the door.
All your clothes on.
Already dressed.
Shoes and everything.
My grandma called that ready road.
Call it what?
Ready road.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Well, you pre-rolled, Ricky. You a pre-rolled.
Right.
Yes, he a pre-roll.
So let's just keep all parties lifted up in our prayers, y'all, because we love them and, you know, they're great people. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is leprechaun. On the high end, you say leprechaun, and on the low end, you say beautiful green. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all, give it up for Gary with the team.
One time.
All right, everybody, it's Monday. Let's get this thing popping now. Have your wake-up calls. Call me up right now, 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Show Rickey Smiley Morning Show is 24 minutes after the hour. I got your wake-up calls. Get at your boy, 866-9-RICKY.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Brianna from Gainesville, Florida. I want to wake up all my family and friends in Gainesville and Hawthorne. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Matt Taylor calling from Bethlehem, Alabama. I want to say good morning and wake up to my wife Tammy, my children Chris, Trey, Maya, and Melissa. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Miss Colvin calling from Cabarrus Charter Academy, wishing all of my fifth graders a great morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. From St. Francisville, Louisiana. This is Sharon.
I want to wake up my mom, my dad, and my sister, and my friends. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up, Kenita, McKinley, and Kennedy in Atlanta, Georgia. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
You at Portland, wake up. And Charlotte, wake up. And Raleigh, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Baltimore, wake up. In Nashville, wake up. Indianapolis, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, appreciate it, Brad.
You welcome, Ricky.
Hey, the same was being brought to you by HelloFresh. That's right, this fall, HelloFresh is here to help me prepare quick and easy meals. Go to HelloFresh.com/Smiley14 and use the code Smiley14 to get up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. 26 minutes after the hour, y'all. Coming up, y'all, Bernice Jenkins got your church announcements up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 minutes before the top of the hour. Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite grandmama is back, Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Yes, it's Monday, just another day that the Lord has kept me. Just another day that the Lord has kept me.
Come on, Miss Bernice.
I could hit them notes, but I don't want to make y'all shout this morning. Janie, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Miss
Good
Jenkins.
morning, Miss.
Here's our church announcement this morning. Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
All cockeyed members is being asked to please stop backing in the parking spaces because cars been getting scratched and dented up. And somebody gonna end up fighting out there.
Peripheral vision be all.
All of the cockeyed members is insisting upon backing in. Don't do it. People work hard to buy their cars, and y'all show up every Sunday backing in. What you backing in for? We got 26 parking spaces in the new parking area. And there's 5 cars out there because all y'all park wrong. Please send cards and call to check up on Mother Pearl Biggums. You know Mother Pearl Biggums, Janie?
Yeah.
She's 89 today.
Oh.
And she is at home after
after a hip replacement surgery last week. And in case you're not sure who Mother Biggums is, she sits at the end of the motherboard pew, and she real short and heavy set. And look like Eddie Levert in the face. And smell like Camel cigarettes, the unfiltered. Mother Biggums, you know Mother Biggums, short one, heavy one. Yeah. Just like Eddie Levert.
Oh, Lord.
The funeral service for another member this time is Elder Ralph Matthews. You know him, Janie?
Yeah.
He passed on Saturday. He was 92, and despite having a severe overbite,
oh man,
tongue blisters, eardrum swelling, chronic underarm itching, double pneumonia, and real bad athlete's feet. That ain't what killed him.
What happened?
He was at the senior citizen, and somebody had left some cashews on the snack table. You know them nuts? Left them on the snack table, and he didn't know that he had an allergy. And he threw a handful of them nuts in his mouth. And his throat closed up on him, and he choked to death. So y'all make sure. And there will be a closed casket because he had a severe overbite. So they wouldn't be able to close the lid all the way. The lid would be slightly open, slightly like a baby grand piano. Not all the way up, but slightly, because he never could afford braces. Jane, I'll explain the rest of the time. I can't talk about it on the radio. All right, Janie. All right.
What's up? 10 before the top of the hour, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is Monday. John Lyon on the 1 to 2 chicken and waffle mix going down. What up, John?
I'm good, man. Yo, just gotta big up everybody, man. I check me out in the clubs over the weekend, of course. You make sure me up on the Instagram at JAH Lion Sound.
JAH Lion Sound. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, but my bless America.
Yes, sir. Black Tony, what's wrong?
Ain't nothing wrong. I'm gonna be there after I leave the lawyer office. He said he open up at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna meet him at 8:15 because I'm gonna get so rich.
Bro, you supposed to be here at 5.
I know, Shawty, but look, but the lawyer office in the other direction. Look, Shawty, I'm gonna be there when I get through over here because I'm finna file the biggest discrimination lawsuit ever, Shawty. I got discriminated on, Shawty.
Okay, what they got to do with you coming to work? What happened?
Good, I got to stand up for Black Lives Matter. I got discriminated from one of them Karens.
What?
You know
Karen?
how they be talking about them Karens?
Yeah.
Them Karens be discriminating on black people.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me over the weekend, son.
What happened?
You ain't gonna believe it.
Yeah.
Son, you ain't gonna believe it. This was so wrong. I'm finna get so much money. Now, the store ain't had nothing to do with it. Let me clear that up. The store ain't had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But I had went to the store.
Yeah.
Now, the store I'm talking about is, I can't say the name of it, but I'm just going to say it rhyme with Rome Lipo.
Rome Lipo.
You can figure it out, Shadow. I had went to the store.
Yeah.
Look, and this Karen gonna try to stop me, tell me you can't bring ambulance in the store. Now, I had just seen 3 people going there with their dog. I seen a blind man going there with his dog. Then the 2 men was together.
Was they white or black?
Men. They were white. They was all white folks.
Yeah.
It were two white folks that was like Gary. You know what I'm saying? Them kind of folks. They had their little dog with them.
Yeah.
Then another dude had his little blind man dog with him. Then another lady had her dog with her. They all went in this store around with Rome Nepo, right?
Yeah.
Look, I had I'm trying to go in there. The white lady gonna step to me talking about, sir, you can't come in here with them. I said, hold up, them folks just want to know what they on.
Right.
I said, why?
Right.
And I said, this is discrimination right here. I know what discrimination is, what I said.
Right.
I'm not finna do it, dog. I'm not finna do it.
So they let them go in there with their dog, but they want to let you bring your dogs in there.
And I told them I'm getting discriminated on.
Hey, we need to have, hey, Black Tony, we need to have a protest.
Yo.
We coming down there. We gonna march with you, man. We need to have a protest tomorrow.
We do, because I couldn't bring my animals in them.
What kind of dogs you had?
It wasn't no. I ain't had no dog.
What you had?
I had 2 giraffes. I had got them from the zoo on Friday. But they were.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Before I go into this story, Ricky, Eva, Brad, Special K, and Rocky, y'all may get offended by this story, by what Shaq is saying, but he's only speaking his truth, y'all. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that Shaq, as a 15-time All-Star, 14-time All-NBA player, and a 4-time NBA champion, Shaquille O'Neal, y'all, honey, is easily one of the biggest names in basketball. But, you know, he retired back in 2011. He secured his place in the NBA, y'all. And, you know, he said he put his money into several projects as he made frequent appearances behind the camera as a lead. He said, but despite his fame, Shaquille O'Neal, listen to this, y'all, doesn't want to be seen as a typical celebrity. Instead, he insisted, y'all, that fans stop associating him with that crazy group. He said, quote, these celebrities are going freaking crazy. He said, I don't want to be a celebrity anymore. He said, I denounce my celebrityness today. He said, I don't want to be in that category. Celebrities are crazy. They are. He said, don't call me that anymore. These people are out of their freaking mind with how they treat people, what they do, and what they say. He said, that's never been me. He said, I've never wanted to be looked at as that. And he also wanted to say that he's always been down to earth. He said, even after achieving success in the NBA and business world, he said he has never really changed his lifestyle or attitude. He said, all my life, everyone probably gets stereotyped, but y'all celebrities.
He's saying he tweeted all that from a 30 million square foot mansion.
Okay, but listen what he said. But as a celebrity, he said we get stereotyped because most of these celebrities are out of their mind. He said, I don't do that. He said, I'm a regular person.
Don't do what?
He don't do all that mess that y'all celebrities do, all y'all that I call. He said he don't do it. He said, listen, hold on. He said, I came from nothing. He said, just because I made it doesn't mean I'm bigger than you, smarter than you. Just because I have more money doesn't mean I'm better than you. He said, I've never been that way, and I never will be that way. He said, so I don't want to be in that category with you people ever again. Unquote.
I see where he's coming from, though, Rick.
Yeah.
You know, like we all met Shaq before, and Shaq, I think what he's trying to say is he doesn't want people to treat him like he's better than them, or like you know, because he is such a down-to-earth person.
He really is.
That he just wants to be, you know, when you see him, just talk to him like a regular person. Don't, you know, get all crazy and fainting and like, you know, he's a regular guy. I think that's what he's saying, is he's a regular guy.
And he treats everybody as such.
And he treats everybody as such.
Yeah, most celebrities are down to earth. Sometimes fans give you anxiety with some of the things that they do. And I'm talking about from.
And then we get blamed for being upset. We can't be upset when that happens. We can't change how we are because somebody has violated or disrespected us or violated our space. Right. You know, we can't do that.
And it has, you know, you try to be nice. You want to go out there with the fans and speak to the fans and shake the fans. People are entitled. You deal with a lot of bad attitude. You constantly having to correct and stop people from intruding your personal space by doing stuff, touching on you, pulling on you. They snatched one of your braids out one time, Brett, when you was going through the audience.
Absolutely.
And, you know, so sometimes that's why people be a little skeptical about folks or whatever, you know. So I do meet and greets or whatever, but I swear somebody have to come in the room and set boundaries.
You know, what he said,
yeah,
you don't want to be like
all day.
Yeah, not all day. Tell them what not to do. You know, hey, you got to have some home training and be respectful. That's all we ask.
Yeah, but Rick, also on your behalf, you like people to treat you normally too. You don't like people to act all stupid and. You know?
It's not that they be excited or whatever,
right?
But don't scream when you get up on me.
Yeah, don't be doing
Lord.
Well, blood gurgling scream.
People can't control how they feel.
Well, they're going to control because Shaq said he don't want to be like y'all. But speaking of being like y'all, honey, Rihanna is speaking out now. She said she is not quite the comfortable woman with her new $1 billion style. She said, honey, in an interview with the New York Times, she said it's tricky. She said because it's hard to even accept that's where you are, because she said I know where I come from. She said at the same time, it feels good to be able to inspire young boys and young women who, like me, come from humble beginnings, who come from parents who are immigrants or who are immigrants themselves to do this. She said on the red carpet, she said she just don't, she received all this congratulatory text from people for money, but she said, I've never got congratulated for money before. She said, this is all crazy. So people with money are speaking out now. I think if y'all got money, y'all on the show, you should just donate it and give it away, because people are coming out, more celebrities are coming out saying they don't like the money and they just want to be like normal people.
Not what they said.
So
that's not what they said, Gary.
I can't do that but laughing, Gary. Gary, you stupid.
That's what they say.
What you say, Eva?
That is not what they said. Did nobody say anything about not liking having their money? How you reduce that to that? You are horrible at that.
Rihanna said the story is Rihanna is not quite that comfortable with her new $1 billion status. So even she said
she says she feels weird when people come up and congratulate her about money. That is an awkward congratulations. That's what she didn't say nothing about not wanting.
Well, that means she ain't comfortable then. If you was comfortable when they congratulate, say, oh, thank you so much, ma'am. I worked very hard for it.
If someone came and congratulated you about your thousands, would you feel comfortable?
If somebody did what?
Congratulated you about your thousands.
Would I be comfortable? I was like, baby, I worked real hard, honey, for this. You don't know how long I laid for it, but
Get up off your stomach and go and get that next story.
Okay. They told me to go to the color today, honey. It's one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is leprechaun. On the high end, you say leprechaun, and on the low end, just say green. And I'm with Shaq. Y'all just need to think about that. Because
love Shaq.
Shaq Donut plays bird down. He ain't fixed it up yet because, he just want to be like regular black people, or people, period, and just let it stay bird.
Shaq is one of the richest men right now.
I know I'm regular boy.
Smartest businessman.
When I tell you I got some Totino's party pizza and them damn chicken and turkey Popeyes in that deep freezer.
Ooh.
Come on,
yeah.
Boy, look at here and them damn starting me. What them damn pancake and sausage, them damn Jimmy Dean.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now them real good, boy.
Yeah,
You kept them in the refrigerator.
Pancake and sausage on a stick. Boy,
what
look
you
at
say?
here.
Looking like a corn dog.
Look
you better come on with it.
Dip that thing in some syrup and whoop, whoop, whoop.
I ain't seen so many chicken pie pies in my life, but yeah, you keep them chicken pie pies.
Damn right.
Hey, the turkey one, man.
Take that baby out there and stab that damn crust with that damn fork. If he ready about 3 o'clock in the morning. A more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
25 minutes after the top of the hour is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Dr. MJ Collier got the COVID-19 updates for all of us. What's going on, Dr. Collier?
Good morning, Rock T. How are you doing on this good Monday that we have coming on? It's time for your coronavirus update, and we're going to bring you the information. Now, as you know, on Friday, the Vice President, Kamala Harris, was supposed to appear on the television show The View. And literally moments before she was introduced, they stopped the show to announce that 2 of the cast members had tested positive for coronavirus with rapid testing. And so that brought up a lot of questions. We want to address them with the listeners. One, the accuracy of the rapid test is, it depends on the technology. It depends on literally how much they're paying for them, et cetera, as to whether you can have faith in them. Now, the thing is, if a person is having symptoms, and even if they test negative on a rapid test, if it is not a PCR test, then I will do a nasal swab to confirm that they are negative or positive. If they are positive on a rapid test, that's pretty much it. I'm not concerned about a false positive. That rarely happens. It can happen, but it's highly unusual. If a person would like confirmation testing with a nasal swab from the PCR lab, then we can do that. But if they test positive with a rapid test, I'm not too concerned about it. But a negative test, some of these tests are less than 50% accurate as far as detecting a positive test is concerned. So you have to, kind of hold that with a grain of salt. Now, at least one of the hosts has tested negative on 3 consecutive PCR tests since that time. So she has basically been cleared. They have not announced the status of the other cast member, but that's where we are with that. So the other question is, can people, because both of them had received their vaccines, they didn't say which one, but they both have been vaccinated, can people that have been vaccinated carry the disease state? And previously, with the alpha version of the coronavirus, this was not a real problem. Once people were vaccinated, there was no identified carrier state. But with the Delta variant, the concentration and the viral load is so high and can be so high in a person's nasal swab, even if they're vaccinated, they can be carrying it in their nasal passages, which means that they cough or sneeze or within less than 6 feet of you and talking and spitting, etc., then they can pass the disease on to you and not have any symptoms of the disease and not literally have any problems themselves. It's just literally a carrier state. That is rare, however, but it's still, the answer to the question is yes, it can happen and does happen, but it's just rare, particularly if the person has been vaccinated with one of the mRNA vaccines.
All right, let's go to the phone show. Dr. Collier, good morning.
My son is 14 years old. He tested positive for COVID last week. He is not vaccinated yet. He no longer has symptoms. He has been quarantined, and he's allowed to go back to school. Will he need a new COVID test, and when can he get the vaccine?
The CDC does not recommend a repeat COVID test once you have tested positive and gone through the quarantine period. It's not necessary to resume your usual and customary activities. However, some individual places like schools have their own rules and requirements, and so they may ask for that. I would definitely take him to his pediatrician or his primary care family doctor to have testing for COVID antibodies to confirm that he's in the antibody state, and then get the vaccine as quickly as you can get it for him, because that's going to make him a super soldier, and he pretty much will be impervious to infection at that point.
All right, y'all, Dr. Collier, good morning.
I had the vaccine back in May, and I started developing some unexplained bruising on both of my legs that covered below my knees on both legs, and I'm apprehensive about getting the second vaccine, so I just wanted to know what he thought about that.
That condition is called a vasculitis, where you get inflammation of capillaries on your lower extremities. The fact is that when you have a reaction to a medication, it's rarely in a fixed spot. It should happen because the vaccine is literally going through your bloodstream. You should have a response, an allergy response from head to toe. So if you were having that problem due to the vaccine or any other allergen, then that should be the way it manifests itself. So a fix below the legs is highly unlikely that it's due to the vaccine. However, there are other things that can cause that need to be evaluated. So please follow up with your primary care doctor to have that evaluated, and possibly even a vascular specialist.
All right, so Dr. Collier, good morning.
Yes, my question this morning is in regards to the children's vaccine. I heard about a week or so ago that they're going to be doing an emergency vaccine for ages 5 to 12, I believe, or 12 and under. And I just wanted to find out from Dr. Collier how that's going to work. I have 2 kids that are under the age of 10, and I'm pretty sure the vaccine is going to be a little bit different formulation-wise compared to the but just to know how that's going to work for children.
Okay, the Pfizer vaccine has been approved for children aged 5 to 12 in emergency use authorization status. That dose is 1/3 of the dose that older children and adults are receiving, but it's found to be very efficacious. It gives you a great antibody load, so that's going to be good for the children, and they found that 1/3 the dose versus the initial consideration of 1/2 the dose, that you still get the great benefit with 1/3 with decreased potential side effects. And they did not have in the trials any significant children that got the inflammation of the heart. They didn't have a single case of that, so it's been deemed safe. So you can safely give it to your children. They'll still need 2 doses, possibly 3, but right now it's just 2. We can get 2 in them, then we'll be fine. I think it'll be okay for you, but it's 1/3 the dose of the adult and the adolescent Pfizer vaccine.
All right, y'all, Dr. Collier, good morning.
Okay, so I heard there may be a directory for vaccinated people in vaccination-only places. Is that something that's in the works, or is that true? Because I honestly only want to hang around or be at places where there's vaccinated people.
Okay, the federal government is not supporting this because they don't want something similar to registration. However, there are entrepreneurs that are doing just that. They're making that information available through an internet database, and so people will be able to go to, restaurants and movie theaters and other public places that have been deemed vaccine requiring. So that's going to be, information is going to be out there regardless of whether the government supports it or not. And that's not a bad thing, being able to know where you can go and who you can be around that have been vaccinated. We're going to literally be separated into 2 groups, the vaccinated and the unvaccinated, and the unvaccinated will have a severe restriction in their activities.
All right, Dr. Collier, let everybody know. Do we have another call? We got one more call. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Yes, I wanted to know, can COVID get caught through cigarette smoke and weed smoke? Because I can step out the house or step out the car and a cigarette smoke can hit you in the face like that from a mile away. And I want to know, could it be transferred like that?
Well, absolutely. That cloud of smoke from cigarettes, marijuana, or particularly hookahs. I see this in, restaurants and nightclubs now. People are sitting there puffing out a hookah. And when you see that cloud of smoke with the hookah, that cloud contains everything that person exhales, including the coronavirus. So when you see that, avoid it. And please, using a commune hookah is probably the not the most smartest thing you could do right now. So I just don't recommend that, because you're breathing everything in that everybody else that are using the hookah have breathed in. It stays in the reservoir. So just don't do that. Don't hookah. But the answer to the question is, you see a cloud of smoke from cigarettes, marijuana, or any other source that can contain marijuana. That's a great way of identifying it. So you need to avoid that cloud.
Yeah, go hoop by yourself. Just because you let everybody know you can be reached.
You can reach me on all social media at ASK Dr. MJ, and go to the website lifeforjobs.com and learn how to boost your immune system. These are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast or its production crew. All right, Ricky, we'll see you on Wednesday.
Hey, appreciate it, Dr. MJ Collier, the one and only. Eva, what you got coming up next?
Coming up next, I want to know how you feel about the tradition of proposing marriage. Ricky, is it okay for a woman to propose to a man? I want to know what everyone thinks. Give us a call right now at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKY. Is it time to lose that tradition? Well, we're going to talk about it next in Eva's Corner. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 12 before the top of the hour, y'all. Time for Eva's Corner. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Eva's Corner, where we talk about all things womanhood, motherhood, and the juiciness in between. And I want to know today, Ricky, are traditions necessary? Now, is it okay for a woman to propose to a man? I have a good girlfriend who's been with her man for quite some time, and I am just, let me qualify, at that age where everyone is supposed or assumes that you should be married or have children by now. So my girlfriend's trying to figure out, if he doesn't propose, should she go ahead and do it? The question was absolutely crazy. None of us knew how to answer the question. Should an adult woman who makes a good amount of money and is in love, is she allowed to propose to her mate for marriage? Or is she supposed to wait until he can? Maybe he doesn't have the money. Maybe he doesn't have the courage. I don't know. Ricky, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a non-traditionalist, because I don't think that times change, people change, and I'm not just really into tradition, but I do like the fact that I like to chase. You know what I mean? If I want to be with her or whatever, I think it's appropriate, in my opinion, as a man raised the way I was raised, to get on one knee and ask her for her hand in marriage, because it's just something that's just a little off when the woman have to ask you for marriage or whatever, and if that works for you.
Phone lines are blowing up, Ricky.
Yeah, if that worked for you, fine. But let's go. Let's see. Good morning.
Let's see what they talking about.
Yes, I don't think a woman should propose to a man, because the man is the leader of a household, and he's taking on all that responsibility. He should choose, and he's the hunter when he wants to be married. Right. And I think we're all out of order right now as far as the hierarchy of the family anyway. The men should be dominant and they should lead.
My wife proposed to me. She seen that I wasn't ready, and we'll be married 10 years here soon. I mean, it was awkward. I wish she didn't do it because, the stigma behind it, but I love that she did do it because I wasn't ready, and we're flourishing through our relationship, in our marriage.
No, a woman should never propose to a man. For what? That ain't how it's supposed to go.
It doesn't matter. Everybody's tied up on tradition. It's like love is love. If you feel like it's that time, or you feel like you want to ask that question, whether you're a man or a woman, it shouldn't even matter. Let's time to break those traditions. If you want to have a wedding different than a traditional wedding, do it. I mean, people stay stuck on traditions and what everybody else wants nowadays. I say if you want it, do it.
Yeah, I had a chick propose to the wrong dude.
For real?
Yeah, so that was awkward.
How'd that go?
It was, everybody was upset, but my friend didn't know that she was legally blind, so.
Ricky.
Get off.
Get off.
Huh?
Now, I agree with that last man's comment.
We should wait. Go. Yeah, we not do it. Yeah, go ahead. Say what?
Get her some LASIK before you deal with that one. Make sure y'all on the same
No, she was
page.
far beyond LASIK. No, she was like literally. Yeah, they had to walk her in there. Go ahead. Well, you saying what?
I agree with the last caller. Love is love, and to each its own. If it doesn't work for you in the way in which you're structured in the hierarchy in your family, then don't do it. But if that's what you want to do, sis, and he's here for it, you heard that man. He said he was married 10 years with his wife who proposed. So to each its own. I'm not going to tell her to or not to. I just like to give her the options.
Yeah, there it is, y'all. Songs that'll stay in your head all day. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. My world is just a squirrel trying to get a nut. Don't touch that coat.
Come on.
Well, y'all better come on, 87. Y'all better come on.
He said, I got some advice for you. That's all I got to give you right now is some advice.
Well, y'all remember that video, man, when he put her out, man? She was walking down the street with a bag, Gary. He didn't have to do it like that, Gary.
He didn't have to do it. But you know what? It's all come to find out, listening to the song, he was a hater. Because he talked about her coat. I see you that Alec had coat. I mean, you was just jealous because another man had on something nice.
Yeah, but he had
He was talking about the dude's coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was supposed to be her man.
But
yeah,
I just figured something out, Rick.
What?
I honestly think Orange Juice Jones is T.K. Kirkland. I think they the same person.
How about what they talk? Well, people have
that. Just the whole cadence. I think they're the same person.
They sound the same. A little bit, maybe.
On that pimping, I'm telling you.
Right.
That hoes, man.
But that same person. That video was one of the greatest videos on BET when BET first came out, man. Yeah. We was in the 12th grade. Get on out of here with that hush puppy shoe wearing crying. Like you without me is like cornflakes without the milk.
Yes.
You just a squirrel trying to get a nut. It's my world. Get out. Don't touch that coat.
But he was classy with it though.
Oh yeah, he was sure. That was one of the best videos ever. Y'all remember the video?
Yes, sir.
Orange Juice Jones.
Yes, sir. I saw you
and him
walking in the rain. Brad, we played that in high school, boy. Dum, dum, dum.
That was the anthem, man.
Yes, sir, man.
Yeah.
Man, that was one of the greatest songs. Every band played that in high school. That was the #1 video, I think. Yeah, I think it was. #1 video on BET. I don't know. They probably was playing that one on MTV. I don't know if it made it to
I don't
MTV.
think they played it. There's like Video Soul.
Yeah, but they definitely played that on BET. You waited for that video and Michael Jackson Thriller and Marvin Gaye with them background singers with them black stockings and white shoes on talking about get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's make love tonight.
Yes, sir.
That sexual healing video, Michael Jackson Thriller, Michael Jackson Beat It. Those were great videos. Fall of 86. Fall of 86. Going into
dates.
Going into the 12th grade.
Man, videos back then used to be like movie premieres.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Couldn't wait for them to drop.
Excited for them to drop.
And I don't care what nobody say. Donnie Simpson and the lead singer for Cool in the Band was the same person. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Give a damn what nobody say. All right, y'all. We got the one and only Janai Thornton on with us. Y'all give it up and show your love right now for Janai Thornton.
Good morning.
Janai,
back this morning.
Janai, did that come out with? Let me see. You probably class of '89 or something like that.
Listen, you know I'm a high school class of '87. What you talking about?
Oh, you with me?
Come on now, '87. That's right.
Come on now, me, you, Super Dave, we all have a class 80. That was. But Janai, wasn't that the song we was in the 12th grade? Like for real?
Come on, listen. Come on now. He said I wanted to run up and do the Rambo on y'all, but I did.
Did that ever happen to you, Janai?
No. Come on now. Don't be putting my business out there. Come on now.
All right, y'all. Every year, nearly $46 billion in grant and scholarship money is awarded to the United States Department of Education and the United States colleges and universities. So our money expert, Janai Thornton, is joining us right now with information on how you or your student can get some of this money. So if you have a question for Janai about scholarships or other money matters, y'all call us up right now at 866-9-RICKEY, 866-9-RICKEY. So now, when does the process of looking for scholarships really start, Janai?
Rickey, I'm really happy that we're talking about this because remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about financial aid. Y'all remember the forms come out Friday. This Friday, October the 1st, the FAFSA is going to be available. So this week we're actually talking about scholarships. And Ricky, a lot of parents and families don't realize the scholarship process can start as early as middle school, but certainly by the 9th grade. And the reason it starts so early is it gives us the opportunity to help make sure our kids are picking the right classes, that the kids understand what the commitment is to get into certain schools or get access to certain money, like what activities or clubs should they be involved in. So it really can start very early in high school. So it's important that you make sure that those kids are putting in that time and doing that research nice and early.
So, Janai, most parents think that the scholarship process begins with looking for scholarships and then completing the applications. What is really the beginning of the scholarship process?
Brad, a lot of people just automatically assume they know their kids well. It really begins with assessing your student, their grades, leadership, strengths, weaknesses, activities, and even interest, because you really want to step back and evaluate, your student well first, and then begin to move forward and find the right school and scholarships that complement their strengths.
Well, speaking of these scholarships, you always hear about get you a scholarship, get you a scholarship. Where is the best place to look for a scholarship for college?
Eva, it really begins on the campus that your student wants to attend. The majority of money is really given away at that level, but you got to go a level deeper, because you not beyond the school is really the major and the department. So, like, I went to North Carolina A&T, big engineering school. So guess what? Most of the scholarships that they gave were for engineering students. So you really want to make sure that you're picking a school based on what your child wants to study, that you need to know how much money are they giving away for that particular major, because you want to know what the qualifications are, because obviously we want to not just get them into school, but we want to get access to that scholarship money so we don't have to be bothered with all those student loans.
Right. We're talking to money expert Janai Thornton. Big question that a lot of people get confused is the process of looking for scholarships different from graduate school versus undergrad?
Right.
It's completely different. And part of it is there's very little money for graduate students, which is really sad. So you're really going to have to be really proactive. And that's where a lot of people can get into a lot of student loan debt, because at the graduate level, a lot of schools are automatically saying, hey, we're not giving scholarships. And what does that mean? I think you need to keep looking for that school and that major that does have scholarship money available, because a lot of folks have made it through undergrad. Now they get to graduate school and they're getting in all that student loan debt. Definitely don't want that to happen to you.
We got a call. Let's go to the phone. You're on with Janai Thornton. Good morning.
I would like for you to point me in the direction of scholarships. My daughter is a senior, and we kind of are getting off to a late start. Her GPA is a 2.9, and we've applied to about 4 schools, but we need to kind of expedite this, and we don't know which way to start.
Well, here are a few websites that are good for scholarships. One is FastWeb, collegeboard.org, scholarships.com, and Chegg, CHEGG.com. Those are all really good sources. And again, keep applying to different schools. And hey, as parents, we also need to be open to community college for maybe a year or two until our kids get in the right position academically and be able to qualify for those bigger scholarships we want at those bigger schools.
All right, you're on with Janai Thornton. Good morning.
Question was in regards to adults going back to school. What should they do in references to their student loans that are kind of lingering or kind of still in limbo? Should they try to get their student loans cleaned up first, or should they try to go ahead and just reapply for scholarships and just take a chance going back to school?
I think that's a great question. I think it's an and, not an or. So yes, if you want to go back to school, you certainly should. You should apply. But again, I would make the commitment of no more debt. And then as far as your current student loans, this is a great time to potentially consolidate them together, get them all cleaned up, because you want to get on track with payments. I see a lot of people graduate and they try to pretend that they don't have them student loans and they're there, but you got to focus on those and get them paid off.
Gary, did you pay your student loans off? What school did you go to?
Northwood University in Cedar Hill, Texas. They garnished my wages.
They what?
They garnished my wages.
Still?
No, they took it off.
How much did you owe, Gary?
50,000.
50,000. And what was your major?
Business management.
And you didn't even go into that field?
Well, I'm managing somewhat of my business.
How did you end up in nursing?
Well, because I started off in nursing, and then I got out of nursing.
But why you got out? Why did you get out of nursing?
Because I wanted to get in something where, I mean, business management was easy to get into, and I had somebody. I was in the adult program. My GPA, it was high enough to graduate. Mm-hmm.
So why was your loan up to $50,000? You wasn't even making?
Because from when I went to broadcasting school, I had the loans deferred to business to the university, and they put it all together.
What make you go to broadcasting school?
Man, you asked a lot of questions.
Janai, get him off the phone, honey.
All I know is you graduated.
That's all what matters, baby. And that damn degree sitting on the... And honey, I ain't had no choice to... And let me tell you something what y'all don't know about your jobs, honey. If you owe the government, honey, that through your jobs, if you working, they will go through your job, honey, and find out if you're working and garnish your wages. Because they sure took my coins, baby.
Oh, Lord, I blacked out. All right. Thank you so much for keeping us up to date with this information tonight. How can people follow you and get more information?
Hey, ladies, if you want to join my free money community, please go to thankmelater.money. And, of course, you can always follow me on social media at Janai Thornton, JINITHORNTON. Y'all have an amazing Monday and amazing week.
All right, y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 26 after the hour. Y'all, the front page is being brought to you by Indeed. That's right, Indeed helps find great hires fast. Indeed is your all-in-one platform for interviewing, screening, and hiring high-quality people. Make sure that you visit Indeed.com/credit. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. This week, Pfizer will ask for authorization of its COVID-19 vaccine for children ages 5 through 11. Nearly 26% of all recent COVID cases nationwide were reported in children. Meanwhile, Pfizer's booster shots are rolling out for those 65 and older and others at high risk of extreme exposure to COVID-19. Meanwhile, at least 3 people are dead and 50 others injured in an Amtrak crash when the Amtrak train headed for Seattle derailed in Montana. There were 141 passengers on board, and federal investigators are trying to determine the cause. Meanwhile, over the last few weeks, an estimated 15,000 migrants, mostly Haitian, were at the Mexico-Texas border. As of yesterday, the entire area of Del Rio has been cleared. According to news reports, those deported from Texas say that they were rounded up like cattle and shackled like criminals. While thousands were deported back to Haiti, some were allowed to remain in the U.S. and others decided to return to Mexico. Last but certainly not least, authorities in California seized 46 pounds of a drug strong enough to kill more than 50 million people.
What?
It's called carfentanil, I believe.
Yeah, that fentanyl.
Carfentanil.
On the streets, they call it fentanyl.
Yes, and it's usually used typically as a tranquilizer for elephants. When given to humans, it is 100 more times potent than fentanyl and 10,000 times more potent than morphine.
Oh, this is something else.
This is something else. It's called carfentanil.
And I'm telling y'all,
CARFENTANIL.
All
Even
these
worse
people
than
out
fentanyl.
here, they putting this stuff. All these people out here, they got family members that's doing pills. You need to talk to them or whatever, because like if they gonna do pills, if they gonna do it, if they can't help it, if they sick and have an opioid addiction, get whatever you gonna get from a family member. Don't buy this stuff off the streets, because they lacing that stuff. Cocaine, they putting it in weed. Rickey. They putting this stuff in everything, and they finding people dead like in 3s and 4 and 5. You know, like 5s, like groups of people, like
at a time.
Literally on the couch. I had a family member that died with 2 of her friends. 2 of her friends, all 3 of them on the couch. and they were all dead, and I just really hated, and I lost another family member, and we have to please make sure your kids off in college, because my son told me they doing it off in college. You wouldn't believe, you would think in college that, hey, okay, I got my kids off to college, they're safe. Man, it's even worse. You got folks, drug dealers on campus. They're selling stuff, man. Y'all, please talk to your kids, man, because one hard puff off some weed, they dead.
And now it's in the form of candy, like gummy candies, gummy worms, and sour candies, all that stuff.
All right.
Yeah. Well, we're obviously interested in these topics. So for more, go ahead and log on to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.com for more information on this. Coming down now is Sports. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going on?
What up there, Eva? Well, shout out to the WNBA playoffs is going on, and Phoenix eliminated Seattle Storm last night. Phoenix got Las Vegas up next. Chicago Sky pulls the upset over the Minnesota Lynx. Chicago has Connecticut in the next round, man. Football recap from over the weekend, starting off with last night. Sunday Night Football. How about the Aaron Rodgers? Everybody was ready to write off Aaron Rodgers after week 1. Comeback, 37-second game-winning drive over San Francisco. Raven Nation is hyped. Kicker Justin Tucker, record-setting 66-yard field goal to beat the Detroit Lions. All Justin Fields fans, you got what you wanted, man. He got his first start in the NFL versus Cleveland over the weekend. It wasn't that pretty. He was sacked 9 times. Threw for only 68 yards. Listen, don't panic. That's only, first of all, Chicago don't have no offensive line, okay?
Boy, that pocket was collapsing. He was on the run all day.
Come on, man. He didn't have time. So it's just one game. Don't panic. It is. College football, Arkansas went and upset Texas A&M. I told you that probably would happen, Rick. That's no surprise.
Yeah.
And Georgia put a goose egg on Vanderbilt. I don't even know why Vanderbilt even showed up to play.
Boy, Arkansas looking so good this year, boy.
They back.
Boy, hog swooey.
They back. They back.
Balling.
And Clemson lost again. They 1-2.
Yeah, they definitely not going to the playoffs.
Nah, they should already be out of the 25. They leaving them at number 25 is out of respect for Dabo Swinney. That's all that is right there.
Yeah.
That's what I got for sports right now. Brad got the hot spot. Let's get it.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot
and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Right. 28 before the top of the hour. Y'all time for the hot spot. What up, Brad?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tad, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Letting y'all know again that Kelly Price has broken her silence, revealing that she was never missing, but she is currently recovering from COVID-19. And on Friday, it was reported that the singer was listed as a missing person with the National Crime Information Center, but her lawyer, Monica Ewing, later released a statement saying that she was alive and well and recovering from COVID-19 at an undisclosed location. Now, Kelly is not out of the woods yet. She is still on oxygen, and her husband was taking care of her and obeying doctor's orders when he too contracted COVID, y'all. So, let's keep them in our prayers and her family in our prayers, and we're gonna move on. Kelly had actually flatlined at one point and was brought back to life by the grace of God. So get vaccinated, y'all. I don't, it's still just protect yourselves and get vaccinated, because she wore masks and protected herself. But we travel all the time. We're from here to LA. We on long flights, and even when you wear a mask and protect yourself, it's still some kind of way that people can still contract it. But at least you won't die, right, Rick?
Yeah, exactly. Well, the vaccine keeps you from going into the disease stage.
Yeah.
Of COVID, and it actually saves lives because it don't stop you from catching it, but those
it stops the lasting effects. Because Kelly now says she has what's called long COVID, because it affected some of her body. Yeah. All right, y'all. Moving on. One more thing. Let me let y'all know. The singer Akon's wife, will be filming for the upcoming season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. But it's still not clear whether Tamika Thyme will be a regular or just a friend of the show or just to make a guest appearance or whatever. Now, as we told you, This is exactly. That is going to be what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be the crazy part, because we told, and even Akon told us, that he's able to have several wives, not just Tamika. So it's unclear if they're going to show this stuff or not, or if he going to even show up on the show, but we will see.
Well, when I tell you I'm finna do something like that, I need about 3 or 4 of them in there.
No, not you already booked the residence in Akon City.
Man, listen, I want all the smoke.
Oh, Ricky,
Lord have one mercy. Wife when you need 4. How many Abraham had? Y'all such Bible readers. Abraham, Moses, all of them in the Bible had a whole lot of wives. Who changed the law and said you're supposed to have just one? Huh?
And you could not have babies at 90 anymore?
Huh? Yeah, I'll still be able to. I go to the gas station and get me a rhino pill.
Oh my God. Well, let me let y'all know that Wendy Williams is doing better, and her season premiere will still be on, season 13 will still be on October 4th. They said she's on the mend and she's doing well, and her staffs and everybody are expected to return to the show October 4th, and Wendy is ready to get back to work. So thank God, because she was positive for COVID-19 and she was asymptomatic. So let's keep Wendy in our prayers.
In that wheelchair like that. She could have just, because Brent, when y'all get sick or whatever, y'all know the media out there, just get up and just walk out to the car.
Wait, what happened?
They rolled down in the wheelchair, had her looking real pitiful, Gary. Look at the picture.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she tall. The knees come up a little high.
I didn't see. Okay. Oh, Lord. All right, y'all. We're going to wrap up the house. We do wish her the best, and we keeping Wendy in our prayers.
Take that and run with it.
Yes, they take everything and run with it, Lord. Well, coming up next, y'all, we got Mark Morial, and we also got the praise mix down. The time now is 24 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all help me welcome National Urban League President and CEO Mark Morial with this morning's commentary. Good morning, Mr. Mark. How you doing, man?
Hey, Ricky, man. Good to be with you this morning. Good morning to your listening audience. And this week, the State of Black America is all about the National Urban League Virtual Annual Conference. Ricky, it starts tomorrow. It runs through Friday. You can connect to it at nul.org. It's free and open to the public. You have to register. We're going to open tomorrow with an address from the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris. Let me just outline some of the great speakers and leaders who will be participating. The Attorney General of Minnesota, Keith Ellison. We've also got the legendary lawyer, Benjamin Crump, Will.I.Am, Carlos Watson, Master P, April Ryan, Pinky Cole from the Slutty Vegan, Representative Karen Bass, Kim Godwin, the new president of ABC News, and many, many, many others will be participating from Tuesday through Friday. As you know, because of COVID, the National Urban Leagues Conference, the largest civil rights conference of the year. Usually we attract some 20,000 people in person. Last year, virtual. This year, virtual. You can participate by going to nul.org. We'll have community leaders, policymakers, academicians, business leaders, and artists exploring issues like police reform, voting rights, economic equity, diversity in tech, the creative industries. We'll be exploring all of the issues that people are concerned about. The last year and a half, the racial reckoning, the racial justice moment requires that we continue this conversation and continue to demand and work for dramatic change. This is our time, and we must stand up. We've got some great sponsors: Target, Nationwide, Toyota, Wells Fargo, Experian, and Comcast, to name a few. And each day of our conference is focused on a major theme. So opening day is Empowerment Day. That's Tuesday. Wednesday, Career and Professional Development Day. Looking for a job, looking to put your best foot forward. That day is for you. Thursday is Small Business Matters and Entrepreneurship Day. Lots of sessions if you're a business owner, a wannabe business owner, if you're trying to grow your business. Thursday is the day for you. And finally, Friday is all about Tech Connect and Get Funded. We've got a lineup of information-packed sessions, a pitch competition for creatives in the tech field ready to monetize their next idea. It's going to be powerful, Ricky. Hopefully, folks will get an opportunity to tune in as the National Urban League continues to push the agenda for civil rights, social and economic justice in this nation. So that's the State of Black America this week is the National Urban League Conference virtually beginning tomorrow. Go to nul.org. You can also follow at Nat Urban League. You can follow at Mark Morial. You can be part of this conversation on an ongoing basis. Ricky's going to be powerful and one of a kind. So I hope you get a minute to tune in too.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mark. We really appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me give it up for the former New Orleans mayor and Louisiana state senator who is currently president of the National Urban League, Mark Morial, man. Thank you so much for joining us.
Right,
and we
you
appreciate you keeping us up to date on the state of Black America.